Hello everyone. Update on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Last time I was streaming, we were somewhere around over here, and I said that I was waiting for a reaction in the 80s. That's what we got. We had a 6.4% pump, and then I said that I am interested. There were three plays that I was interested in, these lows over here, the naked point of control and the highs, and we rejected from the first point of interest. 6.4 up and so far 4.6 down. Yesterday I posted a chart, the RTH, and I said that I'm interested in testing this. It's what's happening now. Is it done? Well, are we gonna go up or not? I have no idea. But what I'm interested in is what is going to be the reaction on tomorrow's Fed announcement. And it doesn't even matter if they are going to pause, raise, cut. The important thing is what Nasdaq is going to do and ES. And as we can see here on Nasdaq, it lost a very, very, very important level in this zone over here. And if it keeps falling, might have another leg up maybe tomorrow. Buy to sell, retest this area in the 20.36, 20.5, and maybe afterwards drop to the 18.5 zone. But nonetheless, in my opinion, it doesn't matter what your bias is. What do you think is going to happen based on whoever is talking on Twitter, or your favorite influencer tells you that there are bullish divergences and everything? At this point, all the bullish narratives for Bitcoin, they're out of the window. The ETF, as I said before, the Trump, the whatever, now it's going to follow the big market. What it is next? I'm guessing that nothing much will happen till tomorrow. We're gonna sit in this range. If we are going to move, I'm expecting a reaction somewhere in this zone over here. This is this yellow line. It is an anchored view up that is acting very nicely, just like the other one that I had. Let me see. Oh my god. Again, I didn't prepare well enough for this. If you can accept the mess. I was talking about this anchor view up over here when I said that when we close the daily under, we're gonna go down. I have the same bias over here. Till it is not lost, this is gonna be support. And if you go check the other stream that I did over here, if we bounce from this area plus minus 78k, 78.7, 78 plus minus, give or take, is just a range so far. So you're just gonna go test range lows and see what happens here, and it's also gonna complete an FRGR 2.0 that I talked about in the previous stream. If we are gonna break this, I presented in my previous stream the levels of interest that I have, that they are gonna be 76, 75.2. Over here we have a 6-hour demand. Fib wise, 72 is also gonna be important. And afterwards, the level where I have the biggest confluence, it is 70.2 and 69. If we lose this, it's gonna be pretty much bad. And overall, I said in the previous stream that no matter where we dump, I would expect a good buyback, a pump. But if we close a daily under 76 is gonna be bad. If we close a weekly under this low, then more pain it is to come, and maybe you're gonna have a boring summer. To the upside, at this point, I'm no longer very much interested in the point of control over here or these highs. They might give a reaction or a scalp, but the bigger level that I'm interested in is gonna be 87.9, 88 to 90 till we don't break this. You still have a bearish local market structure where you put lower low, lower high, lower low, and now we're gonna see what is going to happen here. Are we gonna put lower high for a lower low, or we actually break market structure and go up? My belief is that if we're gonna break 90, 90k, 91, reclaim it, all of this is easy sweep. This candle over here, 85.7, actually it is the price action from the weekend, and everybody that was targeting weekend liquidity so far, ever since the dump that we had over here, was with the wrong bias, because over here we didn't take liquidity. The weekend highs, weekend highs, weekend highs, weekend highs, we never took them, so we don't have to take them. Overall, as for the local trades, I am interested in this area. I've presented to you, you have my levels to the downside and what I'm interested in. But also let's bear in mind the fact that now the war in Gaza started again. Not that it would make any difference, because when we made all-time highs on top of all-time highs, we had two wars going on. One of the biggest economy in the world, Germany, was officially in recession. US changed the law and the definition of recession just not to admit that they are in recession. But also, let's not forget that on the 2nd of April, the tariffs will kick in. And as we've seen so far, markets don't like that. So my best advice, just follow the market structure, follow the price action, and also follow the Japanese yen. This is gonna be important, because if it starts pumping or they increase the rates, it's gonna be bad for those ones that borrowed yen to buy dollar to put it to risk assets. And overall, I think this is pretty much it for Bitcoin, because basically nothing much happened since the previous stream. All the levels to the upside and downside, they are intact. We are just in a range, waiting for Fed or waiting for something important to happen in stock market. So nothing, no secret levels, nothing very much important. Let's move to Ethereum. I promised I was going to make a dedicated stream only for Ethereum, but it's not necessary. I will leave you my Twitter account link. I will leave it in the description of the video, and there I made a thread, and I break, never mind, I don't know what's the right word. I did a breakdown, let's call it, on ETH TA, and explained all the levels and what I have. But in order to, if you want to take swing positions and maybe hope for a, let's call it, a PO3 like this, just bear in mind that looking at ETH BTC, I don't even know where to start from. This is so bearish on so many levels that I don't know. Like, just look at it. This is the previous month low. We are trading under it at the moment. As I said, also emphasized before, till we don't reclaim at least the all-time POC, I don't know what's gonna be with Ethereum. Even more like if we put both charts side to side, like we have great levels in this area over here. Levels that I broke down in the Twitter post, and I said that we have three important volume nodes over here. We are at the first one holding for the moment. This is an anchored view up that comes all the way since Ethereum was $80 or something. Let me see, move the chart. Yeah, $80. It was an important SR all over and still holding for the moment. But my problem is that basically we're trading for now. Basically, we are in the bear market range, this one over here. And more so, I would prefer to DCA and to take positions into strength, not into weakness. And if we are gonna do this to have a better picture, and we're gonna put Ethereum and Bitcoin side to side, just for you to understand how weak this is. This is Friday 31st of January. Friday 31st of January. So in these two candles, 6 days, where Bitcoin didn't even take the lows of this range, Ethereum sliced through 3 months of price action like it was nothing. If Bitcoin comes lower than the 70s, we cannot hope that anything is gonna make sense or hold. At least for how ETH BTC is looking right now. And if I bring back the drawings, forgive the messy chart. Let's see if I have something else better over here. Yes, I do, but on this one, I don't think. Actually, I was working to prepare clean charts so people can actually understand what I'm talking about. And actually, let's do this a little bit from scratch, because maybe you will have a better understanding for what I am trying to say. First of all, this is Binance. Difference between Binance and Bybit that I've noticed. This all-time POC that on Binance sits over here at 1630, on Bybit is over here. So basically on Bybit we hit the all-time POC. At the moment we are in a 3-month demand. A 3-month demand, that is this candle over here. From a retrace point of view, okay, let's say it is okayish, and we have equal highs here that they are a target. But by the looks of this, I don't know, Bitcoin needs to go like 150k or something like that for this one to pick up steam here. So I am very much interested. I'm very much interested in this point of control, 1630, and even more, there is something else. There is something else on top of that. Let me see if I can find it now. By the way, look at this. This is a 16-day demand that we've hit perfectly. So if we were to bounce, if there is gonna be another sell-off on Bitcoin, and we hit this point of control, and we see a buyback like it was over here, this was a 20% in minutes, I will bite. I would love that. But if you see if Bitcoin nuking, this is cooked. This is cooked. And when you come to this point of control, I don't see why you would not take these lows over here. I have a limit sell order on the trade that I took over here that I've placed at 1995, which is gonna be this supply over here. Don't get tricked by the fact that it is not your proper order block that gets presented in a form of a traditional order block, that whatever you learned from wherever you, whoever you follow, doesn't matter. I promise you, this is supply. And over here I put TP for the trades that I took over here. I had two entries, one here and one over here. And I strongly believe that this is gonna be one of the biggest traps in the world if we have just a liquidity grab, and maybe we spend a couple of hours above 2K, and people are gonna go bananas. PO3, now we're gonna go to 10K, 2K important level reclaimed, and afterwards it dies again. For me, the important level to be reclaimed and hold, and afterwards from there I'm looking to DCA into my spot bags, is gonna be 2.2, this area over here. What previously we had the support. I have better drawings on the charts that I've posted on Twitter, so I would strongly recommend you to follow that. And let's take this just as a spoken explanation of what I see, how I see, and what is my bias. So if we go above 2K, for me it is a trap unless we reclaim 2.2. And if we come to this point of control over here, and there is something else just above the point of control in the air on 1680 or 1.72, something like that, there is another level that we could bounce out of and not actually hit the point of control. But as I said, bear in mind, monitor what Bitcoin is doing. Don't knife catch it, and don't expect the world out of it if Bitcoin is going to lose 76.6, and even more so, Bitcoin under 70. Then what can you expect? Like, if Bitcoin dumps another 10K from here, let's say, there is a high chance that we can see this in 3 digits. We can see this in 3 digits, because if it dropped like almost 50% on this dump that we had on 31st of January, the one that we talked about where where Bitcoin didn't even take its range lows. I am on the wrong one. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is a 40%. 40%. Another 40% from here. Do you see what I mean? 40%. We are on 1K. This is I don't know how to explain how bad it is. Yeah, we can come all the way till here and still have a great bounce. The question is that bounce gonna be like from 1K to 2K? Maybe even retest bearishly 2.2, 2.4, and then die off? Is bear market, is bull market? Doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. What it matters is that we are seeing the chart, we are seeing the weakness, and in my opinion, all those that go with the bias that the bull market is not over, that the bear market is in, and whatever, they are all wrong. And I would offer you not to trust and not to take as a gospel anyone, no one, no matter who they are, including me. Like if you see something good in my charts and in my bias, something that you can work with and apply it to your TA or to your way of viewing the market, fine. If not, don't go doing trades and putting your life savings into whatever whoever says, because then that guy is as good as I am or as good as the next guy or you are. Nobody knows what it is going to happen. Nobody knows. And whoever tells you that they do, and they come like, I told you so, I anticipated this or that, and they go like, you will even see in discords, I guarantee you that by tomorrow this is going to happen, or the math says that we have to go I don't know where. We don't have to do anything. As I was replying to a guy for today on Twitter that was saying like rule number one, rule number two, rule number three, like he was giving a lesson to the other guys. I told him like rule number four: do not predict anything and expect everything. So if I'm gonna see here a bullish move, reclaim 2K, do not reject, and backtest this range, I might take a trade locally because I know where my invalidation is going to be. If we move higher and we reclaim 2.150, 2.2K, it is another story. But anywhere in between here and 2.2, it can be just a bearish retest, just like it happened over here, just like it happened over here, and we are meant to go lower. But in the same time, we have also Bitcoin, and we can see what levels did Bitcoin reclaim. Did Bitcoin reclaim 90K, 100K? Then we can assume that it's only a matter of time till Ethereum picks a little bit of steam. But in the same time, context tells us that from 15K, Ethereum did almost a 2x, a 10x from 15K. And while it was putting new all-time high on top of new all-time high, what did Ethereum do? Nothing. And where are we now? We are barely a 2x. If you're gonna take this exact 800, but if you're gonna take it from 1K, you're not even 2x at the moment. So my word of advice: be careful. Do not put your life savings, and it is way easier to DCA into a profitable trade instead of taking each and every level. Like I'm taking 2K, I'm taking this, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna take the third high volume node, just because you have the bias and the conviction that the bull market is not over and we're gonna go higher, even if it is not over, and even if we are not gonna go higher. I don't know. For me, yesterday I listened to somebody that longed from here and didn't take profits. It's up to everybody's risk management and how much money they have in or how much money they want to put, what's their end game. Because if you're looking like, I don't know, 10 years from now, it will be, I don't know, you will look like a genius. The one that laughs the last is gonna laugh better when, I don't know, maybe Ethereum is gonna be at 10K. But if you're a trader and you don't have money to throw on the window, I would offer you to follow the market structure, take trades that have a good risk management, and take profit. Take profit is the most important thing. Greed and having a bias, it is the worst trader's enemy, in my opinion, like from what I went through. The belief that we're gonna go higher or lower and not taking a trade or not taking profits on the trade, it is very much dangerous. And also the greed. So this being said, I would just follow Bitcoin. I talked about the higher levels for Ethereum, the lower levels, which is going to be this point of control, and anywheres in between. As I said, if you look at my Twitter, I've posted the other levels, 1,680 something. I have something there, a level till 1,720 something. So basically, SFPing this low, you have what to SFP in. And also, I would be interested in the area of 1.8. Maybe coming to SFP this low over here is gonna give a nice trade, and by the looks of it, it is just a range so far. So rotation from range low to range high, it makes sense. If we get over here, my advice it would be do not short these highs over here. Or if you do it, be with your finger on the mouse and be ready to close the trade, because it just might be an impulsive move, since we are guessing that there is liquidity sitting here for everybody that shorted over here, shorted over here, shorted over here, and we just might have an impulsive move up. If we retrace and afterwards bullishly backtest this range, this might be might be the low, and we might have a bullish move up. This being said, nothing else to add. Let's see how this plays out. Let's see if this is gonna get filled completely. Honestly, I would expect this low to be taken and also this high to be taken. But as I said, in the same time, I think it's gonna be very much boring till tomorrow. And no matter what the result is gonna be, it won't count. It will count how the market reacts. The signs for a possible bullish move and reversal for me would be to see price above 87.5 and reclaiming 90K. And it is also important from a market structure point of view, how do we get there? Do we get there small staircase? Do we get there with an impulsive move up? And is it an impulsive move up based on shorts getting liquidated, or it is longs opening? It is another factor. But if we get over here and we get to spend a little bit of time, I'm guessing that this opens the gate to take all of these highs over here, and I would shoot for 100K, maybe even 100.2K. And still this can be a bear trap. Still, it is all up to whatever the other markets do, the traditional markets. So stay safe. See you next time. By the way, I'm gonna post. I have a 2-hour stream that I did with a friend going over some alts. I'm gonna put the timestamps and publish that one also. But don't expect too much. Like, if you're not bored and you don't have the time to waste, don't watch it. It is a boring TA, and it takes like 2 hours to go on 5 coins. This being said, trade safe and be blessed. Bye bye.